Hi, everybody. Here I am again with Kimberly Conwell, my producer and narrator. And we were just going to talk for a minute about, I don't know, the whole process of Eva Eldridge. So, Kim, what were you going to ask me?
Well, I have this question that's been kind of on my mind. You did so much research. I mean, you could tell just reading the book, you can see how much research is in this. And what I'm curious about, there's so much information in the book. What surprises did you come across? What things did you come across anything that you didn't expect would even be in that story?
Yeah, definitely. So, as you know, the start of this was the 800 letters to and from Eva and other people involved that I found in that attic in Oregon. And then I started using those letters as a base. I started to do research. At that time, I thought there were three wives,
Hmm.
which bad enough, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I, and so as I began to research, I ultimately found, to my amazement, 10 wives,
10.
10. And I even stopped. I quit. You know, when Eva left the story, Eva was kind of my heart in the story. When Eva left the story, um, Vick was only 50,
Mm.
and he had been on a tear. He had been marrying somebody every like 8 months, and I quit researching at that point. I just like I've had it with this guy, but I will bet you there are six or seven more or 10 more.
That's crazy. That is just
So this so this is unlike, and I've looked up. I'm kind of like the bigamy expert, and there is really nobody like him. It's really quite remarkable. So I was shocked. I thought I would find the wife I knew about in Seattle, the wife I knew about in California, and that Eva knew about, because the wives had become exchanging letters.
mhm.
And maybe I could mention how they found each other. They found each other through automobile records.
Mhm.
You would never find out through the courts that you were marrying a bigamist. You'd have to know the date of the former marriage and go through the card file. You would never find it that way.
Mhm.
But cars were important, and they had records. And the wife in Seattle located Edith and the California wife through automobile records, and they began to write each other. And that's where it began.
That's when I came across that part in the book on how they started finding each other through the automobile records. It's just that to me, especially in this day and age, 2024, you
Oh,
know,
right.
yeah, if you're going to marry somebody in 2024, they're pretty much going to know right away, oh, they're married to about 10 other people. But then that's how it was
Just
found
check
out.
their Facebook page. Right. But it's hard to get your head, it's hard for us to
Hmm.
get your head around that there was no internet. And even a long distance phone call was a big deal back in
Hmm.
those days. Right. So, this, there was no Xerox.
Right.
I mean, not for ordinary people. There was no Xerox. So the wives sent each other the actual letters. They sent the real letters that they had received from the other wives.
Hmm.
So that's where I started to find out about the first wives. And then, um, God, I can barely remember. I started doing internet research, and I was shocked to find a wife that he had married in Canada as he signed up to go to World War II.
Hmm.
I went to Kansas to research his school records to see if he was really a psychopath. He wasn't. He was an okay kid. And I had dropped into a county courthouse, and I happened to find another wife that he'd married when he was about 20 that I'd never heard of.
Wow.
That told me, that sent me searching all over the country.
Just it still amazes me. It amazes me as because as I was reading it, we're getting another wife, and here's another wife, and the way that you put it in the book, at the end of those chapters, it's like, and here's wife number 7. It's like, I'm getting overwhelmed.